Hey, what's up? I'm back. Uh Last time I uploaded on this YouTube channel was a year ago to the month. So I figured now would be a good time to sort of like step back in with another update because I don't want this to be a dead channel. But anyways, this past year has been crazy, honestly. Yeah, all the stuff that happened last year with my stepdad, uh, after, we went through with all like the funeral proceedings and stuff like that, I ended up losing the job that I was working at. It was at like a warehouse or something. I don't know. I ended up losing that job. I can't remember if this was before the last time I posted or not. But anyways, after that, I started working at this assisted living home for old folks, but they hadn't actually opened yet. So yeah, we me and Charlie were like the first two employees working there, and everything sounded really good until the business, I should say, like couldn't get proper certification in time. And with this system that we live in, you don't exactly get too many opportunities to miss out on money. So we had to move on from that situation, and then got another job detailing RVs for a while, and that was really fun. Me and the boys that were still living here, we just got to hang out, three-man team, two other boys. Well, I'm included. I was one of the three boys, but we got a lot of stuff done, and everything was cool. But then there was some like other stuff with the management that made it so we couldn't work there anymore, even though we were like the best people. Then after that, um, sort of folded on itself, I started working back at 7-Eleven again. And the first time I went through, it wasn't the most legit. But this time there was like new managers and stuff like that, so I felt more comfortable hopping on and stuff. It was just another one of those situations where, you know, we couldn't find good workers, and then our boss, like our good boss, ended up leaving because of uh like basically we had this other employee that was just lying and saying that our boss was, they had like they were being racist and sexually harassing people and whatnot, but it couldn't be further from the truth. Like if you met this person, you would know exactly what I was talking about. And also it was it was completely unfounded because that employee was somebody that nobody else that worked there liked, but I don't think that she knew that. Anyway, when she brought up like the sexual harassing stuff, she wasn't saying that it was like directed at her. She was saying it was directed at other people, but this employee doesn't really like hang out with our boss more than like anybody else, and we like all see what's going on. Basically, you're gonna have to trust me on this. Just because of the type of person this was, you can just tell that. Because also mind this, she had gotten fired because of, she was like a manager, and she was doing stuff like arguing with customers day in and day out, like fraternizing with some of the other employees. Like she even sent somebody out like when there was like an altercation happening, like to stop it, but like putting people in harm's way like that. She didn't even say all of this until after her investigation closed and she was actually fired. Anyways, that shook up my old manager, and also she had gotten COVID, so this was like the perfect opportunity for her to be phased out. And so with that, new bosses came in. I had just gotten one of my friends a job there, thinking that I expected to know what was happening. But the two managers came in, immediately started treating everybody like they hadn't been working there for the past like months. So everybody was on edge. It was that kind of environment for a while. New employees, all that. And then I got fired. I got fired. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, it was because of my own mistakes. I was drinking on the job, and let me tell you what happened. So it was after, like, as soon as they closed, like, I had sent some of my people home early because while I wasn't technically a manager, I was the best employee there, and I was relied on for a lot of things. So it was cool. People enjoyed working with me because I was a cool person. I understood. I did the work, and if you had something, I understood. So I let two people go home. So I was the last person in the store the last 30 minutes. Everything was cool. It was snowy. Couldn't exactly mop the floor. So I was like, forget about it. I'm going to just wait until midnight when we close, and then that's when I'm going to do everything. So I did exactly that. But as soon as it hit midnight, I did take 2 shots just right there. And since it was after I counted the drawer, what I was doing, I had tally marks. I paid for it. Like that's not near part of the problem. I drank on the job. That's why I got fired. And it just put me in one of those situations where people were going to talk to me like I was dumb. Because, like, there's nothing there's not anything like, no matter the reason, there's nothing you could say about that. So it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, I should have kept my job. Nah, it was more on my end. It was more just thinking, hey, I stick my neck out a lot for these people. Like, a lot for these people. So, maybe they wouldn't fire me, especially after I was taking the precautions to make sure that it wouldn't get in the way of my work. Anyways, that's what happened to me. Thankfully, it has been a blessing in disguise because working there was absolutely terrible. And now I work from home. I do customer support for TurboTax. So definitely needed a jolt to get out of that place because I was putting in a lot of work that was just unappreciated, honestly. And, it is what it is. Like, we live and we learn. Don't try to be bros with corporate America. That's the moral of that story. But yeah, that's pretty much been my work life. And then still in the same crib, which I'm so thankful for. And there's been some hiccups, like, roommate changes and and having to pay fees and stuff. And so that's where a lot of my stress has been coming from. But at the end of the day, it's still nice to have a roof on my head. Actually, I think it's about to be 2 years I've been living here. Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be about like 2 years since I've been living here. The longest by far that I've stayed in any place that didn't belong to my parents. So that's pretty nice. I'm enjoying it. Twitch. So, part of the reason I'm making this update is because I still want to show my YouTube love. But I still have been able to make content on Twitch over there. So that's where I've been. Like, that it's less effort than editing a video. Yeah, follow me on Twitch, basically, is what I would say about that. But again, like, I don't want this YouTube channel to be dead. I just also don't want to force myself to put out subpar content, especially because this is the channel where I want to put like more of my effort into like actually editing, since I kind of got to do everything myself. Yeah, I mean, I still want to be on a more consistent schedule, but geez, oh man, that mental health be hidden. There's so much shit going on right now that like I can't say to the camera, but geez. So I've decided that, for my own well-being, I'm not going to like force myself to post YouTube videos consistently. And then as I get more comfortable like with the process and edging it into, my daily routine, that's when, I want to actually make another announcement. Yo, I'm going to be posting videos. Yeah. But for the time being, I would say catch me on Twitch, but keep your eye out for the YouTube. Keep your eye out because I've adjusted my streaming patterns, so I'll be able to actually at least have an avenue to produce more consistent comment, because I can highlight a whole segment of my stream and then edit that into a YouTube video instead of editing the whole stream into a YouTube video. So hopefully the content is going to be more organized and focused. But also, I do have a stream schedule over there just because I feel pretty confident in saying I kept the stream schedule for the last 3 weeks. Yeah. And even last week when I missed one of my stream days, I still made it up on a different day. So I feel confident saying 3 streams a week over at twitch.tv/Shamwell5000, Tuesday 7 o'clock, Thursday 7 o'clock, Saturday noon. All that's in Central Standard Time. Be there. But thank you again for hearing me out. I think I'm probably gonna hop off right now just so I don't have to edit that much. But here's been my 2022 March update. Uh, let's prepare for another good year of content. Without further ado, I'm gonna let you go now. Peace. What's up, you guys? Editing Carlos here, and it is April 1st. This video was supposed to come out in March because I wanted it to have like that whole year timeline. Can't remember if I mentioned it in the actual video, but I was gonna stop, making stuff for a little bit because, just my rent situation. But one of my really good friends came through, so catch me at the schedule, which I mentioned earlier. And keep showing your encouragement. It means a lot. Now, bye for real this time.